When does it reset?
Or 20?
20 minutes? Okay, cool. The 20-minute mark, we'll just press reset on both cameras. Problem solved.
So I'm holding it like just...
Yeah, just like sexy to your face. No, the other way. Make that. That's the spit thing.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know when you
I
don't
knew that.
spit on it, you go...
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Oh, wow. The Best Frienemies podcast is back again.
Episode,
It's 400.
yeah. Back here in the Gungeon.
Yeah.
That's what I'm calling the, it's the dungeon, but it's the Gungeon.
Yeah, because we bring the guns.
I meant more gunge.
Oh, okay.
No, wait, I fucked that up. I was getting confused. You know, there's a slang term, minge for a lady's private parts. I was, gungeon. Gunge or no gunge? I'm getting confused. Gunge is gunja.
Is man's part.
Gunja is weed.
Yeah.
The Gungeon, that's good. I got minge and gunge mixed up.
Yeah.
Which proves probably I've never
met
had
a
minge nor
woman.
gunge.
Yeah.
But the Gungeon.
One day you'll have minge and gunge.
I'm trying to start, I'm trying to add to the canon of this podcast.
Yeah, we have canon.
Yeah.
This is the Best Frienemies podcast. It's all
Actually,
about canon.
that camera is a canon.
Yeah,
So
so
there
is
you go.
mine. Mine is also canon.
That's
Canon,
there you go.
canon. We can develop
Canon.
canon. For those people tuning in for the first time, this is the Best Frienemies podcast, where Joel reveals that his deep-seated family trauma, and we become famous by doing a million podcasts.
I was going to say it's a podcast where I reveal that I'm better at TikTok than you are.
Oh, yeah?
We were talking about that off air.
Oh, yeah?
That I'm almost...
We didn't talk about it. He said we're going to talk about it
Well,
on
why
That's
don't
all the extent.
you tell the viewers...
Yeah.
You were saying off air how impressed you are by my my
Joel did a
content.
couple little TikToks where he made some costumes out of paper, where he was like, "Oh, Lord of the Rings, but of this particular suburb."
I
Hack.
sense bitterness.
Hack. Anything that works is what comedians
I
call
sense
hack.
a little bit of bitterness
Yeah.
coming from the ShamWow.
Well, because you framed it that you're better at social media than me.
Well, I checked how many followers you have, and I'm
On my
rapidly
own
close.
personal one. Thank you very much.
Well, you can't. What are you claiming? Three Hands Cafe.
Third Wave Barbecue.
There is actually a Three Hands
Yeah.
Cafe in Brunswick. To be fair, that's
Yeah,
not far
there
from
is.
you. Not
No,
revealing
yeah,
where you
But they
are.
are also Token Toasties. Did you know that?
Did they change?
No.
I did a gig at Three Hands Cafe.
I love that for
Yeah,
you.
it was run by Gab Rossi and Evan Hocking was
And
there.
how'd you
It
go?
was-
Did you
It
bomb
was
to the
fine.
people buying their
No,
toasties?
I did quite well, but it was
Like,
very
you don't
early days.
understand. My brother's autistic.
Very early days.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a little side quest.
Yeah.
But Game of Thrones fame. Look, fame. Yeah, go on.
I don't invest in my own personal social media as much as, say,
you
some people, because I don't need the validation.
I was going to say because you don't have it in you.
Yeah, no, because all my energy is literally taken up by my day job doing social media for someone else.
I
Dude,
see.
We do 81 pieces of content a week. All right?
And do you love it?
I woke up this week very sad, and I haven't figured out fully why I was sad. So I'm not saying yes. I do like it. It's a lot of fun. You know, we're like, oh, we ate a crocodile.
You do that thing with it.
We did a crocodile.
You you cut the meat
Yeah.
and it kind of
It's all juicy
and you do this face. You go
Yeah, I've got food faces.
Food face.
You know, food faces also work really well with holding a baby.
yeah.
You hold a baby and you're like, oh, look, check out this baby. Makes a really horrific
You make
photo.
the same face you do when you're cutting meat and when you're holding a baby.
Yeah. It's really, I enjoy it. I think it's fun.
All right. So
but
next,
you-
I don't really like kids. So when I don't really like holding. I don't like being near babies. I think people who have babies are
They catch on
insane.
fire when they get near you.
If only. But
Yeah.
basically, I think if I was to ever hold a baby, because sometimes parents put you in that position where you got to hold the baby, and you're like,
Gotta hold the baby.
it's like, no, I don't want to hold your baby. It disgusts me.
Yeah.
But if I was ever in that situation, just to appease them, I'll pretend it's like a nice big porterhouse steak and be like, oh,
That's it. Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
You'll impress them.
Silent gag. Pretend the mic's a baby.
Okay. Everyone, pretend that.
Am I doing this right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the face.
Yeah.
There's other ones. You got to look really impressed. There's other faces where you're feeling like you're a bit like it's a bit much. Now it's a bit much. I don't know if you can.
I'm looking forward to consuming this piece of meat.
Yeah. Now imagine it's too much baby to eat. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this
Oh
baby.
boy, look at this.
That's a lot of baby.
And I give it back.
Yeah. And you give it back.
Did any of that get caught on the mic?
I hope so. I think so.
It was more of a visual gag.
Yeah. So if you didn't hear it, imagine what he would have said. How amazing.
Did you see my other sketch about podcasts getting too visual?
No.
Okay, never mind. Now we're just... Okay.
No. Let's all review Joel's podcast. So you did some things where you dressed up as Gandalf.
No, it wasn't a podcast. They were sketches.
Sketches.
Yeah, so basically
sketches alone in your house.
Well, I was if I may, on a serious note, I mean, some of us are trying to, like, be serious on this pod, but others are kind of I don't know if I can kind of jive with this lighthearted approach to...
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that
arts.
I'd set up 90% of this podcast. You've done your camera, one camera. They call you one camera, Joel. Whose mics are these? Who edits it? All I'm saying is, I've earned some serious points.
Who's bringing the heat that necessitates all the editing?
That's like, the heat. I'm going to eat this baby.
That baby clip is our...
If that baby clip doesn't go viral, it's just going to be Best Frienemies podcast with Sharam.
That baby clip's going to be like... You're going to be like getting Joel Templey numbers on that.
Joel Templey numbers.
70,000. Try that. You actually haven't looked at my TikTok, have you?
I saw it went well. I saw none were in the millions.
I blocked you, so.
I saw none were in the millions, is all I'm trying to say. I did a video for work.
For work.
32 million. 32 million.
So you didn't get 32 million.
Yeah, but it had my face on it.
3 men and a baby cafe get the credit for that. You're just the hired hands.
Yeah, look, I'm not gonna lie. There's a little bit of truth in that.
Okay.
It is not mine. If I want it, they will exist if I stop.
You're like,
Did you know that?
You're like, like Zuckerberg using Harvard computers to start Facebook. The question is, like, should Harvard really have the...
We all saw the movie. Zuckerberg wins. And Justin Timberlake,
doesn't,
I don't know, he gets laid or something.
He just hangs out. He's
He's like, go what?
He's pretty unlikable in that film, and that's the whole point of the character. So you can tell when it's a good acting when you hate the character, you hate the actor.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, no, that's a film. I have that with
the
UK Office, the UK version of The Office. There's the character who's not married, but going out with Dawn. I
haven't seen much of that.
Okay, the Pam, Pam.
Yeah. Do you guys know Pam?
I have to debase myself to using US Office reference points.
Just act it out.
The fact that I have to use US Office reference points to explain the UK Office is really insulting to me.
But you should use the Australian Office to reference the US Office, because that's really the only one
they really tried to force it down our throat. There were a lot of articles clearly paid for by Amazon to say, guys, it's actually good.
Yeah,
and it's like,
guys, no.
This journalist who's clearly been paid a lot of money by Amazon is making some good points. Anyway, but it's like the character who was the boyfriend of Pam, Dawn. Yeah. He was an asshole, and he's a real deadbeat, kind of treated her like dirt. And I hate that guy. And I'm like, I had to remind myself, you don't hate, he's an actor.
That means he's a good actor.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. When you hate the actor, you're like, oh shit, I don't hate you, bro. You're cool.
I hate a lot of modern movies where they do that, but they do it like they're like the anti-hero. There's too many anti-heroes.
Yeah, we really oversupply of anti-heroes.
Yeah, like Joker-esque. I can't think of another example, and I don't care to.
That's why I couldn't really get into Ozark, because I was...
I haven't seen it.
It's the one where Jason Bateman, Arrested Development, Michael Bluth, he plays like... what's his deal? I think he's like kind of like Walter White, but in the Midwest, rather than I think it's the same thing. He's just a guy. It's the classic. That's for the point. He needs a front to launder the money, to make money, to pay off the guy who says we'll kill him if he doesn't make the money, and he has to. But he's a nice family. He's a family man, and his wife. It's basically what do you call it? Breaking Bad, but in Missouri, not Albuquerque. And it was just, I'm like, oh, no. The point being, it was just like, another anti-hero. Yeah. Another guy where we're not supposed to like him, but we're kind of rooting for him.
Yeah, kind of, but not that. Yeah, like, have you seen Penguin?
No, but I heard it's really good.
Yeah, so it's really good. But what ends up happening in Penguin, spoilers. Can I spoil it? The Penguin becomes the Penguin. Oh, okay. But they sort of make it like Ruth, my partner, this whole time, she's like, I fucking hate this guy. Why are we watching this show? And so we had to take like a week off, and then she came back to she's like, I don't mind him now. Like she digested the trauma of it.
So,
but
yeah.
So you're rooting for him. He's the bad guy. And then at the end of the final episode, they remind you, hey, wait a second, he's a bad guy. Like, he wins, and then he does a bunch of real
Just so you don't
shit.
forget, it's a superhero show.
Yeah.
For the nerds.
For about penguins.
Yeah, he's a penguin. Seinfeld had a great bit about that. For anyone who says that, Seinfeld, it's all have you ever noticed thing.
Yeah.
Like, he has a
What's
great...
to do with penguins?
No, it's like he talks about how easy the superheroes were simpler back, or the villains were simpler back when he was... is that the
That's
bathroom?
the tram. That's the noise Dirty Secrets makes. I feel like you would know this by now.
Yeah, I know, but I thought it might have been our gear. Sorry.
No.
Okay, but no, Seinfeld was something like, Batman's like, there was a crime committed in Gotham City. I think it might be the Penguin. He shouldn't be too hard to find. He looks like a penguin.
Yeah.
It was like simpler times. Yeah.
Did you know that Superman was apparently, according to my rudimentary knowledge of superhero crap,
Disabled.
Superman was the first superhero, and that's why he has all the powers. Because they were like, fuck it, he can shoot lasers and he can jump and all that crap. And then they started to niche down, being like, okay, that guy can fly, but he can't do this stuff. That guy, like, because they needed more variety. They just couldn't have one dude who did it all.
He
also couldn't fly. He could jump. That was it.
The first Superman couldn't fly.
He could just jump real far, and then he could also just do everything, apparently. Because they were like, fuck it, he's super.
Yeah.
He can see through your skull, and he can shoot your brain out with his eyes, and he can also freeze you with his breath. Fuck it, why not? Who cares?
I've never really got into the whole really deep into superheroes and stuff, but it always did strike me as like a bit he's kind of boring how he can do everything.
Yes, I do like they try and make it philosophical, where they're like, well, what if he turns evil? Or like, what do you do when there is a person that can do everything? The rest of us are sort of pointless.
Yeah.
Like One Punch Man. Have you ever?
No, don't tempt.
Okay, let's
don't
not go down
test
that
me.
way.
There's
Don't test me further.
But it's I don't know what that was, but
That's my impression of you.
I'm
gonna do Lord of the Rings videos now.
Well, it kind of does sound. Well, that was what I was gonna bringing it back to that. I was watching Lord of the Rings, not the second and third one.
Yeah.
And I just realized that they just say normal names, but in a funny way, like Minas Tirith and Mordor.
That's because they're speaking the language.
I know, but that's what's funny. You could kind of, and I sort of thought, you do that with, I don't know, Ilstenvik.
And that was the
and that was the sort of
the
the inspiration.
When I was an Uber driver, this is where you go, hey, surprise. I think you've said that before.
I think that's part of the podcast canon.
Yeah, that is canon.
From like 3 years ago when we started the podcast.
we do it once every 7 months.
When we did episode 7 3 years ago, it's now episode 9. Yeah. Good stuff.
But I used to play a game with myself, with the people I was driving. It was always just mispronouncing the street names and the suburb names.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. Being like, welcome to Kremen. Or Reichman. And I just fucking force it down their throat until they played along. And they would very quickly. And I was like, okay.
So they would kind of be up for it. They'd
they would be, yeah.
They'd be like, Richmond, okay.
Richmond, I get it. We're doing a thing now.
Abbotsford.
Hawthorne, but only the vowels. The vowels are easy to, fuck up.
But did you keep a straight face during it?
Yeah.
Like
we're in Kremen now, instead of Cremorne. Kremen, that's the first one.
Yeah, so it was kind of like Super Troopers with they have to say 55. Oh, they have to. What's the word? Call in. What's the word that
call in? Yeah, but also have you seen Flying High, where it's Mike Myers and he's like, you put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
That's not Flying High.
Or whatever it is. The one where they were like, hey, we're going to be flight attendants.
Oh yeah, I know the one you mean. Yeah. But would it be funny if you sort of, in addition to just playing it absolutely straight, like you weren't turning around and winking at them like Kremen.
No.
It'd be funny, but it'd be also on top of that. Because you're you. If you amped up the wherever you're from, you get angry. Like, what is it? Kremen. We go to Kremen. Why are you laughing? Huh? Shut up! Get out of my cab.
Now you're saying Kremlin. You went straight to Russian cab driver.
Well, of all the suburbs you could have picked, Cremorne.
Yeah, well that's
inner city douche.
Kremlin would be like crime land. Like that's how you would do that. You'd be like, welcome to crime land. And they're like, bro, it's the Kremlin. Kremlin. What I say? I said Kremlin.
Yeah, I think that would have been
the game.
That would have been really funny if you got angry with them.
Like a real.
Yeah.
Going to. And then I lose the job because they all give me 1 star.
We're going to Croydon South.
Yeah.
Croydon South.
Yeah, Croydon.
Sorry.
Croydon. Yeah, but the way they're pronouncing the towns is if they were not speaking English, that's how they would be sounding in Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
Did
so
you
they'd
know
be
that?
like Elvish, Mordor.
Yeah, but they would be saying it in that accent. Mordor. They're
Mordor.
saying it.
Oh, so they're like
the Elvish word for that
yeah.
area.
So they're like SBS news anchors.
Yeah.
That's so
They'd be
funny.
like,
Yeah, because they've all kind of got Australian accents. Like even what's it,
New
Janice?
Zealand accents.
I don't
know, I don't
No, I'm
really
talking about
get it.
SBS World News
Oh,
now.
okay,
Like
sorry,
they're
yeah.
always like, the tennis on now. They'll be like, and now to sport. Now with sport, here's Joel Templey. Thank you very much, Janice and Novak Djokovic.
Yeah,
and they'd be like, Djokovic has won his match against Carlos Alcaraz.
Yeah, they're trying their
It's
best.
like
yeah.
it'd be great if you. I admire
It's
the
Novak.
Yeah.
It's fucking Novak.
Yeah. Although I did love it when I loved it when the Russia-Ukraine thing started because you had all these Australians trying to pronounce all the, like Zaporizhia.
Oh, yeah.
Because it doesn't look very, if you Google it, it doesn't look very sayable in when it's taken from the Cyrillic alphabet to the Roman or Latin alphabet, whatever
Yeah,
we
you
do.
run in different circles.
There's like
I mean, no one I
Z8,
knew
there's like
was
two
saying it.
ZHs in a row.
Yeah, okay.
Is that
Say the ZH. I was
Je, you say
yeah,
je.
I had
But-
no one going je.
But because they've clearly typed it into, we got the news bulletins coming up, that power plant in Ukraine that the Russians have taken over, how do you say it? And they type it into Google and it spits out the Russian but in Latin alphabet and it's like got ZH, and it's just it's like 1,000 points in Scrabble.
Yeah.
But it's actually, if you just look at it, if it was in Cyrillic alphabet and you could read the Cyrillic alphabet, which is Zaporizhia, it's easy.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your thoughts on current affairs?
Trump?
Trump?
I'm against it.
Oh, you're against
I think we should be looking at past affairs. I'd love it if
past
they.
affairs?
I would
Yeah,
love
okay.
it.
What do you think about the Trojan horse?
Yeah, no, I would. This is what I mean.
Pro Trojan?
I'm pro the horse.
Yeah.
I'm anti-Trojan.
Okay, so are we saying this from the Greeks because they didn't know? Like, I think we should bring.
I don't want to
Trojan horse
victim
in.
blame. I don't want to victim
No,
blame.
Are we the Greeks now, or are we the Trojans
In what sense?
in this philosophical debate?
This is like the end of Pulp Fiction where he's like trying to decipher Ezekiel. You know, he's like, I don't know if am I. You know, are you the? You know, he's like the power of the righteous man speech,
Yeah.
and he's like, are you the righteous man, or am I the sheep, or am I the shepherd, and is my gun the righteous man? And he's like,
yeah.
you're the weak.
So I think we're the Greeks, is what I'm.
Yeah,
trying to
like
say,
you know,
yeah.
maybe the.
Should we bring in that Trojan horse?
You know what the Trojan horse
I
is?
think it's got no one in it.
The Trojan horse is fame.
Oh, it's a metaphor for fame.
The Trojan horse is fame.
And what are the the Trojan soldiers inside it?
That's the price of fame.
Okay, so if we get famous, we're going to be invaded.
Like, we're
by
famous, and then, oh,
100
fuck.
Trojans.
Fame and loneliness is the
Oh,
Trojan
loneliness.
horses. Because you reach the top, there's only room for one at the top.
Yeah, there is only room for one at the top.
And then-
and it's going to be sad to not see Joel there.
I would like
That's
to
all I'm saying.
check out.
It is lonely
I probably
at
have,
the top.
as we speak, as we record this pod, I think I've overtaken you in TikTok followers. So
That's
eat a
fine.
dick.
I love that for you. You won the battle. You did not win the war.
I got fans in Adelaide and Perth now gagging for part 3 of each of their respective cities. I haven't even done
Bitch,
Sydney and Brisbane yet.
I got people's kids. I got parents saying their kids like my TikToks. I don't know why they're showing their kids or how their
Yeah.
kids found out. But if you're one of those weird
Yeah.
kids I'm accidentally grooming
Yeah.
for when you're 18,
You like
you're
that?
going to be my target demographic.
Yeah,
I'm investing in the future, bro.
You like that about your TikTok? You know, that it's bringing in kids. You
I'm
kind of already-
sorry. Yours is what? What are you doing?
you kind of what do you call it when you like you covered off your own weakness there and you ran. I was about to chime in with you.
Yeah,
you
grooming.
did the grooming joke yourself. I
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck's
Do you
going
know why?
on.
Because I'm smart and witty.
Too much
You
cocaine.
keep saying you keep bringing the heat, but you don't explain exactly what heat is.
I'm putting the ladies in heat. That's
Oh,
what's
you're putting
happening,
ladies in
bitch.
heat. Oh, is that what you're doing?
What's going on with my nose?
I don't know what's going
The
on with
fuck?
your nose.
Is it to do with this mic?
I don't think it's to do with the shoe. Dirty shoe.
Oh my
It's
God.
got
Fuck.
No, it's
It
not.
is a bit
It's not.
stuffy down. There's something.
Yeah, we have a thing that.
Whatever. I'm gonna keep itching my
purifier, but-
nose for the rest of this pod. I look like a coke fiend. Fuck.
Yeah, you do.
Because
look
I
like
am.
a Coke fiend.
I don't have enough money for coke.
Neither do I. Hey, donate your money so Joel Templey can try Coke.
Were we talking about that? Probably not, because we haven't done a pod in 2 years. But basically, someone was telling me about the guy at a GoFundMe, and it just, it was just because it was just he was. Why'd you?
I don't know. But
Okay.
wait, don't hold the story. And
Okay.
Let's just reset cameras.
Okay.
Can you reset your camera? Because I don't know your buttons. Very weird. That was strange. Yeah, so GoFundMe.
So there's a GoFundMe that basically the guy was just like, oh wait, wrong way around. I just want to get some spit on the mic. Sorry.
So there's a GoFundMe.
Don't get like that.
I'm just trying to keep it on track. I don't care.
I was trying to be all like.
You think I care?
I'm trying to be all loosey goosey here and like, the mic's around the wrong way. And Sharam's just going, cut.
I'm sorry. Who's putting in the work
Cut.
in this? I'm a producer. I'm a podcaster. I'm a comedian. I'm a social media marketer.
In that order.
I'm a guru of various sorts. If anything, I deserve a bit of a break. That's all I'm trying to say. Hey, there was a GoFundMe. Remember that story?
Sorry, I'm bringing so much heat to this pod that it's overwhelmed you.
Oh, that you're bringing the heat.
Like,
you haven't said anything yet.
I got to do so much work clipping this and producing this pod.
Do you?
Oh my God.
Do you want to? Do you want to do it? Do you want to?
No, I don't.
Yeah, see?
Because that's not what I specialize in. I bring the heat. You fan the flame.
You know what Joel does outside of the podcast? He's always like, "Oh man, is that okay? Like, are you right doing everything? I feel really bad." Like,
yeah, what's your point?
Yeah, I'm saying that he's deep
nice
down he's a big softie. He comes off as an angry man.
Because that's all just what do you call it? A figure of speech. What's it called? Lip service.
What? Oh, that.
I don't actually mean if you went like, actually maybe.
Yeah, you'd fucking have a panic attack.
By the way, but I'm pretty like you'll need a Wii transfer me in 2 GB bits. I'm really off the grid relative to you, Apple man, all
Apple
that.
man.
By the way,
yes.
Yeah, I taught an English lesson at my day job, and it was about how to you, if you close it, the Apple logo is upside down. So it's interesting.
But do you know why that's the case?
Yeah, so other people can see.
Yeah, to the people, the future customers.
I was getting to that.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Sorry,
because your pacing is too slow.
Anyway, a guy had a GoFundMe because and the whole point of GoFundMe was just he said it in the GoFundMe like, I can't be fucked doing anything. I just don't want to do anything. I'm perfectly capable of working. I just don't want to. Just give me some money.
Yeah,
and
fair.
He ended up making like $20,000 US cold hard cash, and then he apparently GoFundMe wouldn't pay out, and they had to go to court, and I don't think he got the money.
Oh, why? Because it wasn't. No, well, that's Patreon now exists for that reason.
Yeah, well, whatever. Anyway, I just found on one hand I'm like GoFundMe, like give him the money, but on the other hand I'm like, if I did a GoFundMe like that and I got like anywhere close to like say a grand, like 3 zeros on the end of the number, I'd be like, shut it down. You know what I mean? Like, this is too good to be true. If this gets, it's like,
Afraid of success.
Well, in a heist film, they'll be like, steal a lot. I've seen this in the film Logan Lucky. Spoiler, you steal a ton. Then you leave it some in the trunk of a car and you go, we got it. But then you actually take the amount that you kind of needed.
What?
What do you mean?
No, yes. Explain more, but in less words and simpler.
Let's say there was like $1 million up for grabs.
Yes.
But for whatever reason, you only needed, you'd be happy with 200 grand.
Yeah.
Because you needed to pay off the farm or, one of those things.
Yeah.
I'm only stealing because it's honorable. So you take the $1 million and you leave, we recovered the 800,000. Goody. Yeah. I don't know whether, we got 800,000 back and insurance covers the rest and all that. And you got $200,000 though. Yeah. They're sort of that kind of logic.
Okay, makes sense.
So I would be like, I don't think it does, to be honest.
Sort of. I can't even remember why we brought it up.
No, I'm saying like if you had a GoFundMe, and the whole premise of the GoFundMe was just give me money. I don't want to work.
Yeah.
Because I'm lazy and I just want to. Maybe this will work.
Yeah.
And how much I would get up to like $1 grand and be like, this is incredible. I didn't think I'd get a single cent, but I've made $1,000 from this. That'll do. I'm getting out.
You'd just be like,
a small
amount. Yeah.
Yeah, whereas he got greedy and went to 20 grand, and then they're like, go, and obviously news outlets got wind of it on a slow news day.
Yeah.
And then GoFundMe, like, no
way.
way.
All Australian news days is a slow news day. Have you seen our news?
I don't watch Australian news.
I don't. It's just like, so the only thing we got going on, what's her name? Raygun. That's it. We need something.
Right now, this news loves...
we gotta get more famous just so there's more news.
I think I watch this... I brought up SBS World News before.
Yes.
Because I bring that up because they lead with the international news, which actually kind of matters. You're like, that's interesting shit. It still doesn't matter. You're like, the election fraud in Georgia, big deal.
Yeah.
But like, tell us where that's not happening. That would actually be easier.
Yeah.
Just tell us where there's not election fraud.
So there's like a sarcastic...
Yeah.
They're like, election fraud in America, and the second anchor is like, tell me where that's not happening.
Yeah.
And that's the whole news show.
I was meaning more genuinely like it'll flip because because you see it's like there's corruption everywhere. It's like, all right, yeah. And everyone's so desensitized.
Yeah.
So we just go like, just tell us. Speaking of The Office, Krasinski, the guy played your beloved Jim, probably. he had that during COVID. He had this thing called Good News, and it was on NBC. He did it via Zoom from his house, and it was a little bit propaganda-y. It was kind of like, don't look at all the bad shit, just focus on the good news. But it is
That's
getting
the point of the good news.
But it is getting, yeah, I know, but it is
good news. 100 children died.
Yeah, but it is getting to the point where it's like, okay, everything's so fucked. People are just going to be like, people say like, yeah, someone tried to steal the election in Georgia. Oh, Nicolas Maduro or whatever the fuck his name is in Venezuela stole the election. Everyone's stealing the election.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's just going to be like,
at one point, I've stolen an election.
Yeah, like it's weird that it's weird if it wasn't happening.
The news should be surprise. No one tried to rig an election.
Yeah, and maybe that's part of the problem. I'm desensitized to it, and me saying that makes it like the problem because it makes it normal.
Yeah, it does.
What do you think of Elon Musk doing the Zeke Heil? That was pretty trippy.
I think that he just did it accidentally out of passion, and I know. Saying,
but still,
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
so someone out of passion doing a Zig Heil.
If I do a Zig Heil and I go, it was an accident,
or it was out of passion.
Yeah, I look. Here's my theory. He was trolling.
Yeah, I was
trolling, and I'm
too.
like, but it's like, I think Lewis Spears had a really good take. He's like, it's like the autistic guy you egg on too much, and like at school, and it's like catch the pigeon, but you egg him on too much, and he gets excited and he kills the pigeon.
Yeah,
it's like do it, Elon, do it, and he's like, oh shit, he did it at the inauguration. What the fuck? Because I see
but then he kills the pigeon and he gets attention, so then he starts killing pigens.
I butchered Lewis Spears' tweet.
Hello, Lewis Spears, come on our podcast.
Yeah, he's a big fan, but
he is. Thanks.
I think I've seen like footballers in photos, like especially over in Europe, sort of do it as a joke and they get in trouble, but it's sort of like banter, like you boys will be boys. But I reckon it was like that, but it was just, woo. And I don't want to sound all like a lot of people are losing their minds.
Yeah, they are.
And I don't want to be one who says it's not serious, but I'm just gonna get, if anyone hears this, no one will, but people will say you're justifying it. I'm not at all. I'm just saying I think he genuinely was just trolling.
Yeah, because
I don't think it was an accident, but I think he was trolling, and I'm like,
I genuinely think what those guys are good at, as in Trump and Elon, are flooding the news with shit that people want to, like, shit to talk about.
Yeah.
There's a high chance he thought about it beforehand and then planned it out as a stunt.
Yeah. And that's, and again, and it blows up and everyone's talking about it, and it really throws a cat amongst the pigeons because, like, it's like, but we should be talking about it. It's like, but that's what they want. Yeah, but he did a Zeke Heil. Yeah, but how can we not talk about that? It's like, and then you go, well, but what about all the real shit they're maybe gonna do in this Trump's second term that's gonna fuck up America? Isn't that more important than a little signal at an inauguration we'll all forget about in a week? And it's like, no, that is symbolism is the important thing. And if that's that whole clusterfuck that they create, is like, that's exactly what we wanted.
Well, here's my counter rebuttal. Have you heard the phrase, if you're...
I think we're on the same page. You don't have to rebut me.
Yeah. Nah, I can rebut you a bit. But you know the phrase, we are actually on the same page. If it's for free, then you're the product. Have you heard that phrase before?
Yes.
Well, I have another phrase because I am what you call
a
social media marketing guru.
Yeah.
If you're angry, then you're the product.
If you're angry at a product.
Because if you're pissed off by something you saw on the news or TV, that's literally exactly what they want because it creates retention.
So if it's free, you're the product. So I guess when I'm with your mum, I'm the product.
No, that was just pure love.
Okay.
That was...
Oh, yeah, you were watching. That's the only way I can get hard, fucking
Papa,
your mum.
Are you going to be my new dad?
Already am.
Didn't expect me to play in there, did you?
Already your daddy on TikTok with my followers.
Really?
Let's have a look where we're up to now.
Oh, is it 7?
No, I'm going to look how many followers.
Oh, you're actually going to do it? Oh, okay. So he has to prove it now, does he? He's got to lord his dick around.
Lord of the Rings. That's how
Lord of the Dick Ring.
99 plus notifications since I last checked.
Oh, okay. Where's my phone?
972 followers. I'm breathing down your neck, brother.
Oh, yeah. True. I have more followers than him on TikTok for doing less effort.
Yeah, right.
And dare I say, I'm going to be very honest, more dumpster content.
All right.
Because your current content...
Yeah, you just put your stand-up on that, don't you?
...is pretty good. Mine is pretty shithouse. Oh, look at that, my work one. Oh,
so basically...
7 million on TikTok.
Your work one.
Oh, yeah, but that's my face all over it. That's my video.
So they've got 7 million despite you. basically, if your face is in every single one.
I'm sorry. Yeah, despite me.
Yeah.
I'm their target market. Dudes that look like me. There's a surprising amount.
You've kind of got into shape.
That and their
They're
kids.
probably anti you getting into shape.
Now, yeah, if you look at old videos, like when you scroll through it, I get fatter.
Old Sharam's the target market of 3 words.
3 words punchline.
3 rule of 3 cafe.
Yeah, rule of 3 cafe.
Okay, but the Los
The
Pollos
Three
Hermanos.
Amigos,
What's it called? No, but like old Sharam.
Yeah.
If I may, a bit chunkier. That's their target. That was their target, man.
Truth be told, a lot of their target is also super fit gym bros.
Oh,
because they hit their protein.
Protein and
Yeah,
all
pretty
that.
much. Yeah, you go in there and you're like, you
wow.
jacked. That families and just people that love to eat competitive.
So you're just going straight from one awful type of person to another awful type.
Yeah,
of
I'm
person.
both. There was a brief period where I was a good person.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I was like not. I gave myself body dysmorphia. I swear to God.
It's like the Fermi paradox. It existed, the good Sharam,
Yeah.
but it's like the Fermi paradox.
I can't fully remember it.
Well,
so please enlighten the
please
audience.
spend the next
not
20
me.
minutes enlightening the audience. What a great.
I know what it is, but tell them.
Oh, okay. It's basically this theory that there is intelligent life in the universe.
Yeah, but not here on this planet.
Not here on this planet, but also not here in his basement right now.
Yeah, neither of us. That's he's including himself there.
Look at us
Self-burn! Yes!
Self-burn in the gungeon.
Best Frienemies podcast!
Yeah, self-burn.
Yeah.
New segment.
You didn't even get that I said Fest Brenemies. Anyway, keep going.
I was too busy thinking about my TikToks.
Oh, you're going to say, too busy saying, I'm on fire, I'm bringing the heat. That's what you always say.
Thank you.
You needed to do it, I'm bringing the heat montage.
Oh, shit, I'm getting the nerds. I'm getting like Jedi Llama.
Anyway, say what you're going to say.
No, the Fermi paradox is like there is intelligent alien life. It's just that we are never around. Civilizations. They don't last long enough to see each other.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. There's the Fermi paradox is actually that there's different barriers.
Mansplain to me.
I'm Sharam-splaining.
Okay.
You're Joel standing.
Oh.
There's different barriers. So like part of it is like there might be a barrier that is a natural barrier that say like we become a spacefaring race, that when we cross it will probably end our existence, and that other things have done that. There might be that once we reach this particular barrier that that we become imperceivable to people below the barrier. So if there is other life, we're not actually at that level. There's also the fun concept that we're the first, so we haven't crossed this hypothetical barrier.
Yeah.
So I did know the concept.
Well, I mean,
I'm the intelligent life.
Did we lose all our listeners just
We
now?
lost our one listener. We are now back to 0.
I can sum it up in 5 words, the Fermi paradox.
Joel smart, Sharam dumb, Fermi paradox.
No. Ships passing in the night.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it, isn't it?
Okay, basically, I
Ships
guess so.
passing in the night. Like you're in the... It's like you don't know.
How does this relate to Elon or whatever we were talking about before?
Oh, no, good Sharam.
Oh, good Sharam,
You went from chubby guy who takes up 2 seats on the plane. You were never that fat.
No. To guy that now takes up half but can't eat the whole plane food.
To guy who now won't shut up about sleep.
Do you know how much sleep I get?
Yeah, see? Fucking there we go.
I had D&D on Monday, all right?
I got my 8 hours. I
didn't get my 8 hours.
Let me guess, you got one of those wrist things?
No, I don't. Do you know why? I don't want the extra data. I get enough data. That's how intelligent I am. I get so much data in.
I don't... I do have a Fitbit lying around somewhere. That probably measures the sleep, I think.
Yeah. You're quite fit, though. I've seen you play soccer once.
I think
Maybe
malnourished.
Malnourished?
I think I was just better than you.
Yes.
Don't confuse that with being fit. I think I was just better at football than you.
Everyone was better at football.
Which is surprising. You're like just on the name. Sharam Namdarian does sound like some sort of like
goal.
Yeah, it does sound like some, Iranian footballer who played a season at Roma.
That's because that's your only point of reference for like Iranian people. Like, do you get what I mean? Like you look at the TV and you see sports, right? You watch sports on TV.
Yeah.
Name another Iranian dude you know.
Ahmadinejad.
Yeah, and that's good. And he was a profound Iranian soccer player.
Yeah.
See, he only knows that.
Mahmoud Ahmadinejad.
Yeah.
He was once a trivia night I hosted. I used to do a spelling bee, and I got people to spell Ahmadinejad.
Okay.
They had to come up the front, and
they were like,
and they hated it.
I'm trying to go like, Ahmadinejad. Like they just freaked out, like the Home Alone face.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to like, my God.
Is that a WOG version of Home Alone if the Wet Bandits were from Greece? Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he put tacks on the floor.
And then we go call back. We go, oh my God, the Trojans.
Oh my God.
Remember when we were doing a current affairs, but it was
Oh, we didn't finish that.
The Trojan
thought.
horse.
I would like the news just to completely, unironically, straight face like you and the Uber thing, like just mispronouncing the suburbs. Just report news from like 20 years ago, like how
That's fun.
just be like straight face, just in the middle of the news. They've just done a Ray Gun story, they've just done an Australian Open story, and then just report like how YouTube has been bought by Google.
That's fun, but we should do it in like the Russell Brand style thing where he's doing his version where he's trying to tell you that it's all like trying to cover up conspiracy theories.
Right.
But it's like what was news 20 years ago.
Okay.
That was
I don't
still,
really.
no, they all still were like that though.
I don't even know what that reference is.
Fun. Okay, don't worry. Let's go back a step. News from 20 years ago.
See, I can't do a brand. I can't do a Russell. Can you do him?
He goes, what's the thing that happened?
There was a newsy woozy itemy whitemy, or that kind of shit.
And he goes, the cornucopia of excitement when Elon pressed that thing, the far left will try and tell you that it's that he's a Nazi, but he was just passionate and excited, expressing it in the form of a Hitler salute.
And then you trail off as a 15-year-old girl walks past. Yeah.
This video was brought to you by my product. Buy it.
Because
he always... Don't you normally go into a sponsored rant during regular conversation?
Yeah, that'd be a good sketch idea.
Yeah. If YouTubers were real life.
If conversations were like podcasts.
Yeah. You mean this?
Jeez.
This whole thing? Good work. You brought the heat with that one.
Like my TikTok. Where are we at now?
Oh, okay. You're going to refresh it.
Live count.
Have you ever got that notification where it goes
50,500
on Instagram
likes.
where it's 100, 100, 100? Goes 100 likes, 100 follows, and 100 comments?
Oh, no.
That's the top. That's the top.
Oh, that's like a triple in basketball.
Yeah.
I talk about, a triple-double.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
And for my work, I experience that all the time. My day job is all I'm trying to say. It might not be my personal account.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What was I going to... What were we... Did we...
We didn't cover any topic.
Can we talk about the fact that your festival show is a very similar name to mine?
We established that independently. Did you notice this? And in the last podcast, 4 years ago, we actually did mention it.
Okay.
Yeah, we did actually talk about it.
It's very similar.
Yeah.
Like...
Mine's from Brunswick with love.
Yeah,
yours is from Russia with lols.
Yeah, I know. Why are you... I don't know if this is good.
Together we can make the show
do you think...
from Russia with love.
Okay. No, but...
Or from Brunswick with lols.
Do you think... it will affect either of us?
No, because mine is like, hey, look how super local I am.
Okay.
Like, that's the whole shtick of mine, even though I'm not. Mine's like, I'm a man who's going to die one day. Help me deal with that trauma. That's the premise of my show.
Fair enough.
Yours is, I have a Russian girlfriend. I think the key part there, Brunswick and Russia.
Okay.
It throws it in complete different directions. I think it's more a signal that we are just unoriginal.
I was more just...
I think that's what it means.
I was more just worried because I was like, I know you wouldn't... choose that. Did we talk about this in the last episode?
We talked about it, but we'd both decided on it.
Oh, okay.
And I know I was...
All right, because I knew that would be a real dick move if you did, like, from Russia with lols. I'm going to name it from Brunswick with love. But if it was independently arrived at, I'm like, all right, whatever.
I think we'd both already put the application in.
Yeah, whatever.
And you were like, it's from Brunswick with... Russia with lols. And I was like, oh...
Well, already...
Oh, God!
But whatever. No, I mean, it's not as bad. I remember Semple, his show is literally the same word-for-word name as Mike Goldstein.
Oh, okay. Which was...
It's
called Mike Goldstein's 1 hour.
I still got it, I think was the name. And Semple's was a question mark.
Still got it?
Yeah. So, but that's annoying.
Well, the amount of people I've also seen do shows called Comedy Equals Trauma Plus Time.
Yeah, some people, the names of
and they're all like, I thought of it myself.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's bad.
Here's some show names that I've thought of recently. Not One of the People. And it's a photo of me in the crowd, but everyone's faces are like they don't have faces.
Yeah.
And the other one is I don't want to be famous anymore. I just want chaos. And that'll be the show I tour with next year. And it's probably me going insane for an hour.
Doing the big tour, like Brunswick Street tour.
No, but, to the festivals.
Oh, yeah.
I want to do that. Do you not want to do that? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not want to...
No,
make it as
costs a
comedian
lot
in this
of
town?
money.
Yeah, it does. I hate it so much. I keep thinking if I didn't do the festival this year, how much money would I have? All of it. I would have all of it. Where is it?
Yeah, a lot of people are doing the show name thing where they just say certain comedian does comedy for an hour, sees how it goes.
Yeah.
Kick me in the balls.
Oh, what was that I heard before? Like, it's like everything I've got.
Well, we know
who that is.
we know that's Aiden Hitchens' show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I liked that, but I feel like it...
You likes it.
Oh, no, my camera. Just quickly.
Mine too?
Will yours turn off automatically?
Yeah.
Oh, no, mine died because I apparently didn't charge.
Okay.
Let's just wrap up the podcast because we've got to do
Oh,
this.
yeah, we got to set up for a show.
Got to set up for the show.
And this is petering out.
Anyway,
We're losing
so
energy.
this was the Best Frenemies podcast.
Oh,
Please-
we're wrapping it up?
Yeah,
for
we're
real?
wrapping it
Oh,
up.
okay.
Yeah, because I've got the show to set up. It's going to start
Okay.
soon.
I
Make sure to
honestly-
like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us your favorite animal. What's your favorite animal, Joel?
Sharam Namdarian.
That's great, because mine also
the old
is
one.
Sharam Namdarian.
The
Yeah,
old
but
one.
the fat Sharam.
Fat Sharam.
Bring back fat Sharam is what Kai DeAngelis said. And then he lost, what, like 15
what's
kilos.
this-
So what's up with that
What's
is all
this
I'm trying to say.
What's this Andre Agassi bullshit?
I don't know, everyone always goes, ooh, Andre Agassi,
you're
Agassi.
dressed like Agassi from the early 90s. Right
Yeah,
now,
thanks.
he would wear jean shorts on the court.
I
You
love
just
that
need
for
a
him.
mullet wig. And
Mullet wig.
I honestly, I'll rate this pod. I reckon the first 80% of this episode was like A+, and then I reckon we phoned it in for the last 20%.
When we started talking about Elon.
Yeah.
Well, we finally did what I wanted to do, which was fight. We didn't really fight.
It was pretty tetchy, this pod.
Yeah, we should do more of that.
There were
Let
some
us know.
clips. There were some clips.
Yeah, there's some clips.
I think you got a bit riled up and lost concentration when I kept bringing up my TikTok, my burgeoning TikTok.
you do keep bringing it up.
Well, because I can see it makes you angry.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, I can see.
973.
You just-
Oh, okay. What's
on.
mine at?
974. It just changed.
Oh, okay, let's
road
just do
to-
one final thing.
The road to 1,000, baby.
Well, it is good. Yours is actually climbing real time. 1,034. How many likes? 133,000 likes.
Okay, what am I on? 50,500. And climbing.
Yeah,
Climbing.
yeah, 50. So I am
50.5K.
3 times that. Anyway, hey Joel, are we friends or are we best frenemies? What do we think we do at the end?
I was going to try to do a callback to an old, like, I was going to say, well...
Do that, and then we'll do the thing that I always try to do.
Frenemies are like... No, it's not going to work. I was going to frenemies are like the Trojan horse, and because we talked about Trojan horse 5 hours ago. Forget it. Ask me again.
Okay.
Ask me again.
Hey Joels, are we friends yet? Or are we best friend? What? I don't know.
If we're friends, you gave up on the bit.
I can't remember what the phrase is.
Are we
are we friends yet, or are we...
Enemies.
Hey Joel, are we friends yet, or are we best frenemies?
If I say we are friends, then the podcast ends, right?
That is basically the premise of the show.
Okay, so I think you know the answer.
Oh, I think we're friends.
Cliffhanger. That was meant to
That's
be a
the end of the
cliffhanger.
show.
Okay.
Oh wait, we'll do that again. Hey Joel, are we best friends or are we frenemies?
Well, if we're friends, then I guess that means it's the end of the pod. So I think you know the answer to that, Sharam.
I don't. Someone explain. Goodbye.
I didn't break eye contact.